What up, Bash fam? Been a pretty crazy night, but you know what? I finally have gotten like my fully upgraded version of my deck recently for Commander. Sorry, I got some extra cards in front to kind of hold everything tightly together. But I've had a lot of people ask me like, hey, like, we want to see your mill deck. So you know what? We're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Let me get all these out of the way. I'm gonna show you guys my mill deck. And as far as my mill deck goes, how I like to play, it's pretty janky. I always play jank in all of my decks. I don't have it's mill for sure, but I don't solely rely on mill. So I'm gonna go over my deck. So Phoenix, God of Deception is my commander. Mind Crank, obviously I got some pretty good artifacts in here that help out with this, you know, as far as mill goes. I got a foil Jeweled Lotus, because why not have that juicy goodness. Lightning Greaves, Box Topper, it's a staple in Commander, you cannot go wrong. I got Mana Vault here, Box Topper, very juicy, beautiful card. Mana Ramp, Chrome Mox, obviously beautiful, beautiful. And the Soul Ring Full Art Foil from Commander Legends, Pringly Pringles. I'm working on getting that flattened. Mana Crypt, in juicy goodness gracious. And then of course we get into my swords. I got the Sword of War and Peace, Sword of Fire and Ice. Let's go ahead and set this down like this, right? Sword of Fire and Ice, Sword of Feast and Famine, Sword of Body and Mind, Sword of Light and Shadow, and of course, you can see a lot of Jaces in here. We got Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, Liliana, Box Topper. Obviously, this is coming into the jank aspect of it. It's such a good card and useful in so many ways. Same with Ugin, Eugene, the Euro. I'm just kidding. Spirit Dragon, very, very beautiful, good card. Jace, Balirn, oh my god, such a good card. The Mind Sculptor, you can't go wrong with this in your deck. This is probably here one of my most effective cards and most budgetable cards is Ashiok Dream Render. Very undervalued, super, super good, extremely good. You know, spells and abilities your opponent's control can't cause their controller to search their library. So valuable, so effective. People are going to want to get rid of that right away. You got to have good defenses that you'll see here later on in the deck. Ashiok, Nightmare Muse, so good, so valuable too. Yeah, it's a 5-drop, but I mean, it's got some really good effects, like create some creatures and all that stuff. So it's kind of like a Super Friends mix with some crazy, just crazy jank with the aspect of some crazy mill, dude. Teferi, another Ashiok from the regular Theros, Nightmare Weaver, Reanimate. Let's just make some things happen. Cyclonic Rift, such a good card in Commander. This card is going to do a lot of damage. You know, Mind Crank, super good. It's going to really just, a lot of these cards, people are going to be like, yeah, that's the one I'm going to counter. But the thing about this deck, there's going to be a lot of cards that people are going to want to counter. Like, so many cards. Traumatize, good. Obviously, Terraria's Ageless Insight is super good. And Fatal Push, you'll learn here throughout this deck that there's so many draw effects that would affect Terraria's Ageless Insight. Box Topper, Demonic Tutor, Full Art Foil, Vampiric Tutor, very juicy. And of course, you know, I have to have a foil Force of Will Borderless in here. Grim Tutor, juicy, juicy. This card is so good. Memory Erosion, whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player puts the top 2 cards of their library into the graveyard. People are going to want to get rid of that, which is, in my decks, I have so many effects in here that people are like, yeah, that's the one I'm going to want to get rid of. Next turn, they're going to be like, damn, I should have held on for this, you know. Glimpse, the Unthinkable, that's just a quick 10 card slap to the face. So good. Enchant Player, this card is so good for mill decks, especially for Commander. You got Toxic Deluge, Full Art Box Topper, juicy goodness. Psychic Corrosion, again, whenever you draw a card, each opponent puts the top 2 cards of the library. If I can get this out in the field sooner than later, it's going to be super effective. You'll see throughout my deck. All my draw spells and stuff, it's just nasty. It's dirty. Full Art Foil Mana Drain, of course. You know, pay 1. Just pay 1, dog. Pay 1. Super good card if I'm just in a bind. I need to get some life. Bada bing. Of course, Maddening Cacophony. Got a few cards in there. This one's being one of them, you know, Psychic Spiral. And my boy, Teferi's Tutelage, very good. This card's really good, especially if I get my Thassa out, you know, Wall of Thoughts, whenever it comes into battle. You know, discard 4. With my Commander, this card is stupid. I mean, Tree of Perdition. It's 4 mana for a 0/13 defender. Exchange target opponent's life total with the Tree of Perdition's toughness. Plus, if I've got him out, you know, you're discarding 13. Let's just be real. Rankle, Master Pranks. I mean, you never know who your opponents are. You don't. So it's always good to have special cards in there to kind of just change the game. This card's really good for my deck for the mill aspect. This is like my Saros Ethicism, you know, but it's my Jace Phantasm. Super good. I'm easily going to get a 5/5 for 1 out there. This card, Dreamborn Muse. Oh my god. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player puts the top X cards of their library into the graveyard, where X is the number of cards in their hand. With my draw spells in this, dude, that can get nasty. Sphinx, Consecrated Sphinx, my favorite card in the game. Right here. I got the invocation of it. Very juicy. And then I got some Petitioners, you know. Good to have a few of those in the deck. I think I got 7. And then I got Geth. Dude, this guy, Geth, Lord of the Vault. Very juicy card. Thief of Sanity. This card can get nasty, dude. I mean, this deck is so much fun. Everyone says, why would you play a mill deck? Well, not only do I play a mill deck, but I play a crazy flip twist of it. You know, it just gets crazy. You would just have to, I can't wait to play some people with this deck. I have played some people with this deck, and it is ruthless. I love this card, Overwhelmed Apprentice. 1/2 for a 1-drop, and scry 2 when it enters the battlefield. Each opponent also puts the top 2 of the library into the game. I don't know how this is a rare, honestly. Fleet Swallower, you can't go wrong. Rune Crab, you have to have him. Thassa, there's my beauty. She's one of my favorite cards in this deck. Super valuable. It used to be like $23, I think. You know, initially, when Theros came out, this was selling for like $3. $3, $4, $5. It was bought out. A lot of people were like, yeah, this is such a good card. And then it became like $25. Now it's back down again, but this card is so good. I don't know how, you know. Also, I got Urza in here. Doesn't quite fit the aspect of the deck. I'm sure he can be switched out. But it's good for mana ramp and many other things. You know, you can't go wrong with Urza. Yeah, Bruvok, obviously, you know, Bruvok, come on. Another Hedron Crab, basically Ruin Crab, and then we get into the lands. We got Watery Grave, beautiful Expo. Polluted Delta, just, you know, this is the bling factor. Castle Lochthwain, very good card from Throne. Temple of Deceit, also very good, you know, scry card. War Room, helps with the draw effect. Creeping Tar Pit. This is probably the best land, in my opinion, from Ultimate Masters. A lot of people will say it's Celestial Colony. This is my favorite. You know, you can create a 3/2 unblockable creature with your land. If you can do anything with your land cards, that's a plus right off the gate. This card here, my God, it's basically like the budget cradle, dude. It is a very good card. Shrine of the Nyx. Command Tower, come on. It's Commander, guys. Fabled Passage. Academy Ruins. Obviously, I'm running a lot of artifacts in here. This is something that you're going to want to see. Prismatic Vista Foil. Freaking just absolutely juicy. Morphic Pool. you know, I mean, oh. Underground Sea, stop. Ancient Tomb, obviously another mana ramp. I'll take the damage. Obviously, Mana Confluence, just a beautiful bling card out. Cavern of Souls, I'm going to use it on my humans in this deck, obviously. Very useful. Can't counter the shit out of them. And then some foily boy lands, you know. So this is my commander deck that everyone's been asking about. Putting it out there, giving you guys an idea of what my most expensive deck is like. Super fun. It's super ruthless. It's just insane, dude. So hopefully that gives you an idea. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are going to want to put input on how to make it even better. But, you know, this is just what I'm working with. And it's deadly. It is deadly. If you haven't played against a mill deck, I'm sure most of you guys have. Me personally, mill is my favorite. I love it. I love just ruining people's plans. Oh, yeah, that's how you're going to play your deck? Yeah, let me just discard the top 20, and then at the same time, let me just exile your graveyard. I'm sorry, sap. But yeah, that's my deck, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. This is my mill deck tech with a little bit of jank influenced into it. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope this inspires some of you and some of you mill players out there that want to make a nice mill deck. This is a really super effective deck, and I would love to show you guys in action how this works, and it is so much fun. And I'm working on, you know, obviously making more content other than just pack openings, and that's in the process. I hope everyone knows that. I'm working on making it better, so just stay tuned. Anyways, Bash Fam, just wanted to show you my deck quick. This is my top tier commander deck that I own. I have like 7 more. I've got a bunch brewing, and yeah, just stay tuned, guys. Stay groovy.